Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm AvidGamer. Now today I thought I'd do something a little bit more chilled. I've done an episode the other week called Chill Kills. This is kind of like an episode 2 I guess, but I'm doing a little bit of commentary over it. So the clips are just from different games, chopped together, a few single kills, a couple of little streaks in there. But I just really wanted to go back to my sort of casual freestyle kind of stuff that I normally do. Last video that I uploaded, it was really good. Got a lot of activity on it, a lot of nice comments and stuff. It's not one of my most viewed or most liked videos, but it was really nice to sort of get them comments from my subscribers. You know, you're a decent bunch of people. I'm very proud to have you as my subscriber sort of like base, and just always appreciate the messages that I get, you know. It's really nice, especially since I was sharing something kind of personal. And you know, like, I've been thinking about it a lot, you know, like, is it time to start being more of myself on YouTube, you know? I've always just sort of kept it casual, kept it nice and in the middle ground, you know. I don't express too many opinions. I've said before, you know, I've got opinions on opinions, and you know, it's hard to kind of formulate videos around that, you know, when, especially, you know, at the moment, there's so many hate videos for Battlefield, you know, so many people putting out there with, like, you know, their opinions on Battlefield and what it's like, and the only thing I can sort of relate that to is, you know, they're obviously watching other videos and then they're making their own videos and they're jumping on the sort of bandwagon, so to speak. And I can sort of compare this to, like, sort of like about 10 years ago in my life. I stopped watching television. Just totally stopped watching it, you know. I got rid of my TV aerial, threw it out the window. No, that's not even a joke. I actually literally did throw it out my window. And since then, since I got rid of my television, you know, like, I still have the television because obviously I need it to play on, like, my computer games and that. But I literally don't watch any TV programs, you know. I'll sometimes watch some TV series, but that's on Netflix, you know. I pay for that. I've got my Netflix subscription. And but just normal broadcast TV, you know, programming, as them sort of like connotations like to say. But, I hope you get that joke anyway, like programming. Alright, let it sink in for a bit anyway. So basically, I stopped watching television, and since then I've been out of the loop of anything mainstream sort of media, you know, any controversies in the world that pop up, you know, elections, political agendas, all that kind of stuff, you know. Since I stopped watching television, I've got no clue about it, absolutely no clue, and it's bliss, you know. They say ignorance is bliss, and it's a true statement, you know. And that'll be the same with YouTube videos. If you keep clicking on all these hateful videos, and you keep watching them, and other people, like, you know, they pull in the views, or I understand they pull in the views, you know, like, no one just wants to see, like, a normal, like, video with nothing outspoken or some kind of outrage and that, you know. People like to see people having a little bit of rant sometimes, you know. And it just kind of, it's like a, I don't know the simile here, it's kind of like a rolling stone, sort of like collecting snow, or like, oh no, snowball, is it a snowball? It might be a snowball, kind of rolling down the hill, and it's always gonna keep gathering more snow, you know. And I just don't see the point in it, you know. Battlefield 5, it's a good game, you know. It is a good, fun, enjoyable game. I've had plenty of hours on it, I've had good laughs, I've obviously had bad moments. Everybody gets frustrated at little things that aren't quite right in the game, but the game's not broken. It's definitely not broken. You know, I remember playing Battlefield 4 when it first came out, and oh my god, that game was terrible. It was terrible. I don't care what anyone says, the first year of that game was just unplayable. Like, maybe not unplayable, but it wasn't as enjoyable as any of the other previous Battlefields that I played. I only played Battlefield 3 sort of like part-time, and before that I had was it 1943 for the PlayStation 3, and I loved that. I absolutely loved that game. I think Teabag done a video on it like this week, and you know, he showed a few of the problems with it, but it is a like a 10-year-old game now, grenade spam, infinite bullets and that. And it was a bit of a watered down version of the Battlefield franchise, but it was really enjoyable. And compared to Battlefield 4, like, you know, even that was a lot better, you know, a 10-year-old game. Still now, like, its condition then was better than what Battlefield 4 was upon first release. And I'm not going to say, like, you know, I'm backing this horse all the way, you know, because I definitely think that Battlefield 1, I know there's a lot of hate for Battlefield 1 from some of the Battlefield 4 guys and some other people in the community and that. They didn't like the behemoths and the time to kill, and it just really put them off and all that. But by the end of the Battlefield 1 life cycle, it was a really decent game, and it was definitely one of the best Battlefield launches, I think. Like Hardline as well. Hardline was like, you know, I don't see anything wrong with Hardline. I just don't know why it wasn't accepted by the community. I thought it was a really engaging game, really challenging, fast-paced, smaller maps, but I really liked that, you know, especially as at that time I wasn't playing games as serious as what I am now. I've always been a serious gamer, but I've always had like a sort of life away from gaming, you know. Anyone that watched my video last week, well, I was saying about my stabbing and things like that, you kind of put a lot of different priorities into check sometimes, and sometimes you just want to spend some time gaming, and other times you feel like you've got some more important things to do, and just sort of crack on. So you'll step away from games for a couple of days, and maybe a week or two, and then come back to it, you know. That's just how my life is now, you know. Sometimes I put other things first before gaming. I'd really love to put gaming first and concentrate on making my channel grow like a bit and all that kind of good stuff, but there's other more important things in life. And I've got to say, like, there's a lot of Battlefield players out there that are just casual players, you know. I know there's thousands of people out there that play every day, but the vast majority of people that, you know, they'll come home from work, they'll play 1 or 2 games, and then they'll eat dinner, and then they'll go to bed and watch a film or something like that, you know. They don't spend every single hour after work when they get home on Battlefield. You have to excuse me there, just had to take a breather. And for them guys, you know, I'm trying to really sort of like forget that I'm a Battlefield veteran when I play, like, or make these videos sometimes, you know, and I really try and think, you know, what would a newcomer, a noob to Battlefield, like, think of Battlefield 5, you know. And I've got to say, I think if it's their first time on Battlefield, I can't see them finding much wrong with the game. You know, they're not going to be used to spotting being there, so they're not going to have any trouble with this visibility stuff. And oh my god, Jack Fragg's video yesterday, like, it's a 20-minute video of him just literally like just showing like how you can camp in the corners and things like that, and saying, is it a visibility problem? I don't think it is. It's just a tactical problem. I don't have any trouble seeing people unless they are literally hiding in the shadows and not moving. And, you know, you just got to slow down a little bit more. I can really see the casual gamer enjoying Battlefield 5. Oh god damn, I've nearly run out of time in this video. That never normally happens. I'm normally trying to fit everything in, like, or spread. No, that's the wrong way to say it. I'm normally trying to make it all a bit longer. Alright, oh, never mind. Alright, anyway, I hope something at some point in this video makes sense. And love you, bye.